Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another HBars 4 replay. Well, on bottom right side as the blue roost, we have a foreign name. Well, on top left side as the red French, we have liquid, DeMu. And since we do have a roost player on the field, let's switch out of caster mode and go for the... and take a look at the trade bounties that he's currently collecting. He does pull a handicap in there, which will provide some good gold income. Howdy! We got some of these wolves being cleaned on up by the roost players, making good progress with the trade bounty. Looks like these deer have been cleaned on up. Red scout move around. No exotic doggos there. Scout moving around. And looks like blue does find a good number of these wolves there. There's another wolf there. He does get his tier 1. Would like to get his tier 2. There's the Kremlin. And over here got the scout moving around. Over here, looks like the red scout was winning out right there. But now that wolf is actually prone to being killing off some of these guys. Does kill off that wolf there. And we'll find himself another wolf there, but he is actually prone to being killed off by that wolf. A little bit too eager to put down dogs. Got now the next age there, Kremlin on Plana Field. He is out of range town center for the Kremlin wood collection, but that should not be an issue because we're probably going to be using a lumber camp in this area. Now this side is one for these fishies. And I've seen some people pull out fishing boats in this area. The Lloydas may not be half bad for that. Another wolf being found there. Still not a tier 2 trade bounty. Over here. Scouts still moving around. Let's see now. Now it's probably a good time to talk about the matchup between Rus and the French. The Rus are known for the early knights, and the French have the counterpart of the Royal Knights. Royal Knights are slightly better. They have a charge bonus. As well as with the school cavalry, they do build out a little bit faster. But for the most part, they will be on equal terms. I usually play unranked, so hard to say. Generally, last time I checked, I played it, I'm around the 1400 elo rating. Got the war being aggroed right there, trying to get some extra damage on that scout, which he is doing. We got this knight advancing forward, trying to get some damage onto the scout. Does get a good hit there as well. Scout move around down south. So we may see big engagement between spearmen, archers, and knights. We do now have the scout still being pursued, and he still does not have trade to 2-2 trade bounty. He finds another wolf. Is there another wolf down here? Nope. I will get him to the tier 2 trade bounty, so you will need to call off a boar or go to the high trade house to get the tier 2, and you will definitely need a trade house to get up to tier 3. You have some militia being deployed on the field. Who would I think favors in this matchup? It's hard to say. Knights and early knights are pretty equal. Well, Royal Knights and early knights are basically the same, other than the Royal Knights have a slight advantage after post-charge. Of course, the higher production rate can make a difference, but Knights and Royal Knights are very expensive. So, at this point in time, the fast production rate may not be important. The militia will be very useful in defense, as you see here, because militia do bonus damage versus cavalry. Could even help keep the Royal Knights at arm's lengths, or beyond the Lancer's length. Let's pick up a scout there, very good. Granted, there's a lot more technology to get for Royal Knights over the early Knights. Chivalry can be useful, even if the game goes on long enough, and he gets a bunch of wooden knights, you can just research Chivalry and get them healed up passively. Against with villager harassment, Royal Knights do better because they can kill an untextiled villager in 2 swipes. The charge and the follow-up slice will kill off a villager, while the early Knights will need a additional swipe. Wait a second. I just realized something. These town centers are incredibly close to each other. I've got a wooden fortress going up, got the wild man in the region, and Bruce was having a bit of trouble trying to go for, there he goes, does get out the arrow range there. He realized, if I was in range, he's in range. Gets good hits there on these villagers there. They're both trying to collect the fishies. Does get the outpost deployed on out, trying to go for an arrow slit there. Does garrison the outpost itself. He may get that villager out of there. No, he does not get the villager out of there. That villager is pretty wounded as well, and he may need to stop building the wooden fortress. There's a wooden fortress now is receiving fire. That villager went a bit too far forward, and there's the royal knight. Unless we're trying to advance on forward. In Castle Age, you will probably start seeing more of the differences. Arbaletiers versus horse archers. Horse archers are pretty good. Arbaletiers also pretty good. In Imperial Age, the knights do get a general 4+4 attack with their swords, which can make them a bit more effective. But of course, with royal biology versus, or royal bloodlines versus Boyar's fortitude, I really can't describe the two all too well. Got multiple wooden fortresses here, both one being upgraded arrow slits. He could fully kit this thing out to get out some additional arrow damage from the arrows. Now got a hunting cabin there. He's trying to get the fishies collected. And he is losing some of these villagers there. It's really dicey right now. Blue has a lot less villagers. He's lost a significant number. Red has a healthy number of 36. Now it is garrisoning inside this wooden fortress there. There's the improved villager. He may want to just fall back, put him on farm, just get a good collection rate of food. Scout being pursued there. Royal Knight trying to charge him forward. And there's a good number of villagers actually inside this wooden fortress there, so he's been getting reduced collection rate. Does not get that low health one in there and does lose a large number of villagers. Let's take out that Royal Knight there. Now we do have textiles being researched for blue. He really does need that. Red does not have textiles yet, nor is being researched. Wooden fortress generally win up in this matchup because they just have more health. They're basically fortified outposts that only cost wood. And they have a good number of extra arrows, upgrades I should say. And we do got actually the increased vision range on this one. The extra damage from arrows could be useful if his opponents start advancing forward with a lot of infantry. But as of right now, both players are denied the fishies. Blue, so however, very, very far behind a villager. Oh, thank you for, I guess that was a YouTube subscription. Sorry, can't see I don't have a notification menu for that. I really should get a notification, look into a notification menu for YouTube. But then again, there's a lot of, I'm streaming to 5 locations at once. I may need to get some sort of notification for everything. Rumble doesn't really have those capabilities just yet, but nor does Twitter. Kick probably does. Oh, and now the boar's not being claimed as well. The scout receiving quite a bit of damage. The scout needs to fall back. The scout's better to go down. Down to 1 health. And does save the scout with 1 health remaining. We got a fortified tower upgraded, which does give +5 fire armor. Line of fortified palisade walls going up over there. We got a couple archer rangers not being deployed on field. You may want to go for siege engineers. Good charge attack there, taking out one of those villagers. The scout does go down, and that one can't escape inside the outpost there. Oh, could have actually got it. The wooden fortresses should do just fine. So this knight is not doing all too great. Should just get inside the town center of the wooden fortress for the time being. Got these royal knights moving around. The Roost player only has 1 early knight on the field. This one has 4 royal knights. There are 2 defensive spearmen here. Let's see, where's the Kremlin? There's the Kremlin. He has 5 militia packages, so 10 militia available. Going for another town center. The Roost player does need that. I think the French player is about ready to go Castle Age. He has a good amount of resources stockpiled up. So I can go for the Royal Institute to get out those Imperial Age technologies early. Spearman getting some great damage there. Early Knight getting charged. No, does not get charged there. Spearman's still alive there. Royal Knight's now falling back. Getting Chivalry now to get some good health regen. Let's see, the Roost player is pretty far from the next age. He needs to get more food and gold. Oh, and looks like there's an opening there. And he's like, gonna patch it up. Not even gonna get on the other side to patch it up. There's an arrow slip there, so he does get the extra damage with the arrows, as was the increased range. Early Knights not charging into the Royal Knights, so Royal Knights have more health. Wooden Fortress being pulled on the flank. Red's going for some palisade walls there. Oh, there's the boar. They killed off. Immediately going for the arrow slits and the castle watch. He's going to take time to repair up this wooden outpost. And he's upgrading it with castle watch as well. He already has a castle watch on this one. He doesn't really need castle watch on this one. Oh, and he does actually retarget towards that villager, taking him out. Good little pick there. There's a Royal Institute. And he does get one of those villagers at least. Now he's getting up the extra damage arrow, the castle turret. Now there's castle age pulled out by the French. He should have enough gold for the royal bloodlines research. Just needs a bit more food, looks like. Wait. If I look on top left, it looks like he has enough resources. I must be going crazy, aren't I? I've always wondered if this is actually accurate, because it says he doesn't have enough resources. He needs more gold when he says he has over 900. Spearman getting overwhelmed. He does still know the Spearman to deal with those Royal Knights. Needs to get inside that tower, or maybe not. He could garrison these wooden fortresses with some spearmen to have them fight a little bit better in this turret war. Hunting cabinets just seeing a bit of damage there. And the spearmen just being brought on in through the turret fire, which is not good. Got fortified palisade walls being deployed on out. Villagers seeing a bit of hits. Spearmen going on down. I'm not sure what these spearmen are doing. Got the Royal Knights advancing forward. Does get these villagers inside. He does have the castle turret, so the arrows are currently doing 9 damage each. The Royal Knights do have 4 pierced armor, so each arrow will do 5 damage. A decent amount. High trade house not being deployed on the field. Over here, which will give him about maybe 100-ish, 150 gold income per minute. Does take the castle turret, the wooden fortress there. Still 900 food on that boar. And more of these spearmen just being sent on in to die. Villager count has evened out quite a bit. I just realized something as well. Both players have killed 10 villagers, which means his lack of villagers was actually his fault, just not building them, looks like. Now both side players are in Castle Age. We've got Royal Bloodlines being put on the field. A very powerful technology. Even in Imperial Age, now is available in Castle, which will increase the max health of his Royal Knights to what, 310, if I remember correctly? Granted, the Roost does have a counterpart in the form of Boreal's Fortitude. We got multiple knights now over here. We got some archers. There's actually one of those knights is really wounded, so saying that he has a superior number doesn't really make much difference. I decided to pull out battering ram to clear out this area. I'm just waiting for a single battering ram to show up and knock everything down. Bruce now bringing up a pretty sizable force there, mixing in a nice spearman knight composition, which should be effective versus the Royal Knights. He needs to focus down. Does get one of those Royal Knights pretty quickly. Spearman now pushing way forward. Go for conversion. Goes for the conversion there. He's need to fall back. No, he's falling back the wrong way. He's going to lose a number of these units. I think he killed. I think he sacrificed them. I don't think they actually. They could have been killed off. Got a keep over there. I think it's that conversion there. It took so much extra damage that he does lose the engagement. More knights being pulled on the field. Now we've got some arbaletiers being pulled up by the French player. Royal Knights advancing forward, trying to push down this wooden fortress. It will go down. There's just too much force here. So he could pick off one of those wounded units and going straight for the archers. And you've got Spearmen now going straight for the Royal Knights. Very good. Let's push back. Got some arbaletiers advancing on forward. Militia now advancing forward as well, trying to help them win the fight. Spearman getting this good damage there. The militia's going in as well, but the knights are just going down. He does get pulled back a large number of these wounded Royal Knights, which does allow him to get some. If he pulls them back and let them get, it's a lot of wounded then. Chivalry can heal them up. We do now have Glorious 42 being put on field, giving some extra health. Is that blacksmith technology? I always forget where that one's. You research that one out. By the way, it's about ready to get completed. We do got a spring golden placement being pulled out here. We've got more archer ranges, more stables. He's getting some crossbows, wouldn't hurt. Now we got the military academy being employed on out. Spring golden placement will still do 1 damage versus these other fortified outposts. And he does just save this wooden fortress there, so these villagers will continue to collect some more food. Mining cabin's still alive, providing a decent amount of gold in this entire time. 22 gold per minute is not bad. Picks out some of these Royal Knights now. Not Royal Knights, regular Knights. Got these early Knights advance or Knights advancing forward, trying to get some good damage. And they are getting some great damage there. We do have textiles to research. Let's get that one villager inside of there. A number of these Knights are going down to the various arrow fire. Got more Spearmen being pulled on out. Very nice. He needs a Spearman. Spearman working reasonably well for some tiers. At least he won't receive bonus damage. And does not get the Spear Brace there. Right now, Red has more forces on the field. These Knights have recovered a decent amount of health with thanks to Chivalry. Now Spearman's going to get some great damage there. More Spearmen being pulled on the field. There's just simply a larger force here. Spearman now trying to hit these Royal Knights. Gets a good damage there. Wooden Fortress is technically saved. Militia advancing forward as well. Let's get some Spear Brace on some of these Royal Knights. Some of these Royal Knights starting going down. Let's activate the passive build there to increase their range and pierce armor. More militia charging up forward, trying to hold the line from the militia. Villagers are even being brought on in to stab these guys. There's enough militia here to put some serious holes in these Royal Knights. We got a couple crossbows constantly firing away. It looks like it's been a Puritan victory, but looks like Blue will. Yeah, no, it's still going on. It's hard to say who's actually going to win that fight. Now got the trebuchet going down. Got a keep being put up by Blue. He did use all the militia there, but does stop that engagement, allowing him to get 2 villagers to collect up the remaining 300 food on that board. Gotta keep going down right there with 2 wooden forces nearby that can provide some good basis point there. And he can also collect up some more of these fishies, in which some of these fishies are existing on more or less improved land. Not really swamp anymore. Gonna take down and torch down the outpost now. And this townsman will go down as well. Right now, doesn't really need too many more villagers. Does have 113 versus 130. Now you got these Knights of Ace forward trying to find some more of these villagers, so he does actually still need that town center. Now he's just down to 1, so he can't easily replace his villagers. And now the Roost player is going to take time to collect up all these fishies. And those fishes are going to be collected up very, very quickly now, won't they? Villagers do. He probably has. Let's go and back out. He probably has tier 3 trade bounty. Nope, he's pretty close to it. And the plus 15 food gathering rate affects all sources of food. Red's cleaning up the stone. Most of the stone's been cleaned on up. The gold still has a 7,000 gold remaining. And Red's also cleaning up this gold deposit as well. So it looks like Red's doing a better job claiming the gold. There's still a decent gold deposit back here for the Roost player. As well as some various gold deposits back here. There's still plenty of gold for the Roost player to work with. I think since he's been totally a lot less Knights compared to Royal Knights, he's been more reliant on Spearmen, and I think that's been doing quite good. Now do have the High Army being employed on the field, which does, of course, provide him some unique siege technologies, as well as reduce the cost of nearby siege units. So those siege units will be very helpful when breaking through this area. Primarily, I would say the best one is probably the Wandering Town, the improved battering ram research. Who doesn't want health regenerating battering rams? There's a lot of exposed villagers here. And blue is eyeing to torch on a monster. There's actually a lot of bullets inside that one. Now he's going back on off. Luckily, he has does not have extra arrows on that outpost. So got a lot of arrow power coming to defend these forces, but he will lose trebuchet to those Royal Knights. Spearman advancing on forward. Wooden Fortress is being set ablaze. He may lose those villagers. Now the sword is just stuck right there. Do get a bit of a brace there. It does use the passive ability, which increases their pierce armor by 5 and range by 1. Royal Knights being pursued by these forces. They're trying to find other. They're trying to enter this region. There's a lot of villagers here. He does have a handful of military he can call on in. Armor starting to get overrun. He does trap some of these forces. Does get some of those Royal Knights, preventing them from escaping. These Royal Knights advancing forward. He's starting to put some walls here. And he will be back to the corner there. He needs to torch down this one wall segment. And we got some Charleston now pulling on the field. Royal Knights are seeing quite a bit of damage right now. Takes out a number of these villagers there. Now the villager counts 122 to 122. Royal Knights may find another charge there. Not fully run away at the moment, nor does he have this area walled up, but he does have this area all walled up. These Royal Knights will be pursued. I think he just got the... Nope, so the veteran Royal Knight. We've got the still regular Knights as well. We do have the Wandering Town, Mining Research, and Greased Axles. Got a good number of Spearmen here. We'll find some good damage there. The general move order forward. We'll find some crossbow and Chelsea fire as well. And these Royal Knights will go down. As he's aged up to the next age, he does have access to a powerful technology, the Knight Pole Arms, giving them +4 melee damage. Which will generally make them, I suppose, let's see. It's hard to say who will win out. The more damage with the extra health of Royal Knights. Of course, he still needs to get his own biology research. Got a line of barracks employed on field, very nice. Red's trying to find another breach over here, or create a breach. Red pile's now being deployed on out over here. Not in the most aggressive position, but help him lock down this side of the map. This will grant an arbalist emplacement across all of his keeps and town centers. A very powerful defensive emplacement. Let's get some good damage there. Knights advancing on forward. There are some fishies that Red has been cleaning up here, which is very good. Red still has actually been infrastructure here as well. He could perhaps hit that. Some of these villages are sort of going down. Red only has one town center, so these are not as easily replaced. And now these forces are sustaining additional key fire. That's not exactly good. Blue sign for another line of palisade walls. We do now have the elite Royal Knight research, the elite Horseman research, the elite Arbiter research. Over here, got the Knight Polearms, Veteran Horseman, Spyglass, and the elite Knight research. Does get some good damage there, trying to pursue these forces. Arbiters does get a bit flanked there. Now these spearmen are just surrounded. Arbiters, they do have the melee armor resource, so it makes them actually resilient to spearmen. With that 9 hack armor, the spearmen attack will only do 4 damage each, not a lot. But of course, got some Streltsy here to support them. And now got some Batterons pushing way forward as well. Those would be hard to deal with, especially down with a health regen and increased amount of health. On advance on force, well, more spearmen facing forward. Got some cannoneers on forward by the French. Royal Knights trying to make a breach over there. Needs to get some spearmen over there. Building some more of the palisade walls there. Red Palace does have the Arbalest replacement does 62 damage, so the Bannerman only has 50 pierce armor, making it so they still receive a lot of damage. However, that can be mitigated with the lightweight materials. The blacksmith technology improve their health. It was a university attack, I always forget. Mongols just have one, no need for both. We do have the Royal Knights that could perhaps hit this gold line right there. These ones are being pursued. He does have some Streltsy here for defense, gains some good damage. So got this force advance forward, trying to torch down the wooden fortress, trying to get upgrade arrow slits. Town center trying to fence these Royal Knights. These Royal Knights now been pursued. Some of these villagers are going down. Blue's now approaching to 100 villagers, but of course does allow them some more space for military. He has plenty of gold on size maps, so he doesn't have to worry about getting traders just yet. Wooden Fortress does not have the increased arrow damage, like this one. These Royal Knights still being pursued. Still got decent force here. There's a monk on the front line. He may think that this one has all the relics, but it actually does not. Maganel is also here as well. Now we've got the big engagement going on. Got another spearman, another Streltsy here. Royal Knights are just trying to make their way forward, but they are getting gunned down. These villagers that are trying to build those palisade walls to get gunned down. Now the respawn is down to 100 villagers. Right now, Bruce does have a superior military number because simply he has less villagers. So now he can provide a lot of pressure, but he still needs to get this villager count replaced. And this Maganel is going far too forward. It will get quickly overwhelmed. Going for chemistry right now, then improve the damage with the Streltsy. Maganel finds not a good shot there. Now got the Spearman advancing forward as well as Streltsy. We'll find a number of these villagers there. And the static placement should be enabled relatively soon, but does go out of range before it really gets a shot off. Blue, Red is trying to advance it forward. Maganel finds a good shot there on those range forces. Trying to push his way forward. Some battery ramps here, control some fire with water in town. Do have health regen. And a small force now come back over here to defend this region. Maganel finds a small hit there on those horsemen. Trying to overrun that Maganel. We don't have boiling oil research, nor any other weapon defenses on this particular keep. Got more Mangonels put on a field. Streltsy advancing forward, we find a good flank there. Hand Cannoneers charging forward, does take out one of the Mangonels there. This Mangonel's safe for the moment, he's eyeing for the Hand Cannoneers, and will get a deadly hit onto them. Forces didn't get cleaned on up. Hand Cannoneers now see a small hit there. Batarang still dancing around, withdrawing a lot of volunteer fire, which is actually pretty good. Health Regen will keep them alive. Mangonels will get overwhelmed, so we're trying to stop them. Mangonel just needs firing against the wrong thing. Over here, got some horsemen advancing on forward, trying to break into this gold deposit. And more horsemen streaming on forward. Got a big wave of militia advancing forward. So Blue's having trouble remaxing his low on food because he has less villagers. But like the French player doesn't have a whole lot of gold at the moment as well. He does have a single gold deposit left, 4,000 gold left, so he has some gold to work with. Mangonels advancing forward. He perhaps can garrison the keep there, get extra arrows firing. Finds the Mangonel hit there, but does get overrun by these horsemen. Streltsy trying to defend these Mangonels. And they may actually do a good job of defending them. They're in a very urbanized environment. So the Streltsy do go down to those horsemen. Do not got boiling oil being researched. And also, like I said before, he could perhaps, if he needs time to regroup his forces, he could perhaps get inside the keep to get those arrows firing safely. Bruce is down to 22 military units, half of them are the militia. Trying to torch down this palisade gate there. He's going for defensive keep, emergency defensive keep. I don't think he's going to stop, get up in time before the horsemen come on in. Got the militia, handful of militia and spearmen, and a Streltsy trying to stop them. Does ward him away from the fortified palisade gate. Still burning down, but he will save for the time being. Order 1 Mangonels still on field. They should probably just stick around behind the keep there to prevent any Batarangs from advancing forward. Any other units advancing forward. Keep still not built. Wooden Fortress has no arrow upgrades. And it's charging forward. There is actually a handful of traders. He's starting to pull out traders. He has plenty of gold right now, so he doesn't really need them at the moment. Still sneak inside the keep. Blue's front line's just being disintegrated. He needs food. And these Mangonels being streamed in one at a time and getting cleaned on up. And go for more Streltsy. And we got the horsemen now overrunning these villagers. That's probably going to be game.
Люди готовы, суть, и ждут дела. Кто-то искусен есть.
Horsemen advancing on forward, just get the town center garrison, but right now with a 7 pierce armor of the elite horsemen, these arrows will do minimal damage. Mangonels or Batarams leaving the base, keep does go down. Mangonels being overran as well. Streltsy in small numbers. Horsemen in good numbers over here. And yep, he's going to have to rely on a couple spearmen to defend over here. Red's facing forward. Mangonel's trying to line on up. Militia still have 60 seconds remaining. Gets a good hit there on those Hand Cannoneers. High armory does go down. And the horseman's going to overrun these Mangonels. Streltsy don't have static replacement just yet. And the Roost player does surrender. This Android saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.